This demo will cover the removal of epoxy coatings that are in excess of 60 mils. This particular area has 4 different coats of epoxy and polyaspartic. The machine that's being prepared is an 8-inch Scarifier. This is a 220 volt, 30 amp machine. The drum that's being removed is a tungsten carbide tipped cutter. This drum is used to remove elevation inequalities in concrete. The drum that's being installed here is what's called a TMO cutter, which is pure carbide cutters that act like knives to cut away at the coating, as opposed to the other drum, which breaks concrete. This drum will essentially cut into and pull the coating from the concrete. The other benefit is that it's not made to damage concrete, it's only meant to remove coatings. This would be useful also for thermoplastic type coatings that are used in line striping. Because of the direction of the motor, the machine is pulled backward. Even though the machine's rotation makes it want to move forward as the drum rolls forward, the dust collection and the rotation of the motor are coordinated so that as that waste is created, it's being thrown to the back of the machine where the dust port is to collect the waste. As can be seen, the coating is essentially being peeled from the concrete. The idea is to not go too deep with the machine because the only objective is to remove that coating and do minimal damage to the concrete. And again, these cutters are not made to cut concrete, they're made to cut coating. So it essentially peels the coating from the surface. The area that's been cut is approximately 40 square feet. The coatings at over 60 mils over 4 different coats of coatings took about 25 minutes to remove. Next being attempted is the removal of the same materials, but this time with a rotary grinder. This is a 450-pound rotary grinding machine that is being outfitted with triple PCDs. This is 3 polycrystalline diamonds with 3 backup segments. These tools, very similar to the TMO cutters, are made specifically to remove coatings. Unlike the TMO cutters, the PCD definitely has the ability to damage the concrete. As the machine is going across the surface, it will start to bite into and scratch away at the coating that's on top of the concrete, but usually a little more damage is done to the concrete below the coating. This may or may not be a bad thing depending on what the future intention is for the floor and what it takes to remove the profile that's created during this process. For an approximate coverage area of about the same as what the area was done by the Scarifier, the process time to do this removal as shown here is about 30 minutes. Finishing up the process, because this would be an area that would be coated again with a thin mill system, the floor has to be ground. This is to remove any of the final residue that either machine had missed, and also to remove any undulations or surface damage that was caused by either of the previous processes. The segments being used are 2 Seg 2530s. These are general purpose diamonds that are typically used to clean the residues from floors, as well as to provide a little more flatness than what was previously there before the process began. Whether one process is better than the other, it's really more a matter of the right machine being used for a specific application. The Scarifier did a good job to cut away the coating. So did the rotary. In the end, the floor had to be ground anyway because of the next coating that's being applied. The floor needed to be profiled to a CSP2 and left in a more flat condition than what either of the previous methods could have provided. And that's about it.